Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the 360 Sports Network Road to the Final Four podcast series, where we break down every conference tournament there is on the way to the big dance to see who will get the automatic berth to the NCAA tournament. Are there any at-large teams out there, and whose bubbles might just have burst? Because before we can fill that field of 68, we must first get through the conference tournament. I'm James Dodson, and tonight we want to look at the Sun Belt Conference. Now, the Sun Belt tournament tips off with the Hilltoppers of Western Kentucky looking to make it to the NCAA tournament yet again as the automatic qualifier. They'll have a very tough field to get through, though, on the way. They have to get through a 27-4 team in Middle Tennessee. The Blue Raiders have been all but unbeatable this season, and it'll take something very special to get past them this time around. The Hilltoppers of Western Kentucky have been known to make deep runs from a high seed during this tournament, and they'll have to do the very same this year. They are the 6th seed in the 2013 Sun Belt Championship. They will have to face South Alabama in the second round, assuming that Western Kentucky gets by their first round game. However, they did split with the Jaguars in the regular season. The Hilltoppers have 3 prolific scorers: TJ Price, George Fant, Jamal Crook. They all average about 13 points per game, and actually I would put them as a very likely candidate to go and beat South Alabama in that second round game. Anybody can win. Sunbelt is very balanced. Now, we also got to look at the number 2 seed, Arkansas State. The Red Wolves will rely on depth to try to work through the Sunbelt tournament. They go 8 or 9 deep very consistently. They all get very consistent minutes. They're led by junior guard Ed Townsend. He gets 13 points per game. They also have Brandon Peterson, a real big key for them. He averages just shy of a double-double each game. That inside presence is very big. They don't get much points from him, but the fact that he is consistently putting up 9 to 10 rebounds every time he goes out there, it's something very important that the Red Wolves have that not many other teams in the conference do. But honestly, the Sun Belt Conference is all about Middle Tennessee. The Blue Raiders put up 71 points per game, but surprisingly, they have only one player who averages double-digit points every time they go out there. The team is much more than just the top scorer, Marcus Knight. Marcus Knight only averages 12 points per game, but the Blue Raiders have everybody else on the team, essentially, who can score. Marcus Knight is the leading player in minutes. He averages 26 minutes per game. That's right. Nobody on Middle Tennessee plays for more than 2/3 of the game. In fact, 10 players average double-digit minutes per game. That depth and variety has led them to success all year round. I don't expect much to change. You can't key on anybody. If somebody gets in foul trouble, there are 8 other guys who are going to be able to step up. They have the confidence in one another. The coach has the confidence in them. And more than anything, they want to be perfect, they say, based on what they can do, what they are able to do. And all you need to do is win games. Doesn't matter what you have. If you have balance, that's what works. And the balance and the ability to trust nearly a dozen players on the court at any given time, that's what's made them a force this year, and that's why they will win this conference tournament very handily. I do think that they end up playing Western Kentucky in the championship game, but I think it'll just be one game too many for Western Kentucky. So Middle Tennessee, probably an 11 or 12 seed. I really like them as an upset pick due to that balance. But the fact that they don't have a star player to rely on, in the NCAA tournament, that could be a bit of a nightmare. They might be able to get past one game, but definitely not 2. Check the matchup before you immediately pen them in for a 4-loss 11 seed. It may look good on paper, but just because they have the balance, just because they have the record, doesn't mean that it will translate to a victory when it comes to March Madness itself. Well, that's it for breaking down the Sun Belt Conference Championship. Make sure to follow us on Twitter at 3S Network for all of your updates, and keep tabs on 360 Sports Network for all the future podcasts on every single conference championship. We're almost halfway there, ladies and gentlemen, as we break down all 32 championships to find those automatic bids, and so we can help make your bracket be the very best it can be. I'm James Dodson. Thanks for tuning in.